guys, Tammy here. Today we're going to talk about Theodora Taylor books that I read recently, and I read 3 books. I read them out of order, but they were still good. You didn't have to read them in order to get along with the story, right? It was the Ruthless MC series. Yeah, the Ruthless MC series. So it was Wayland's book 1 and 2, Griffin book 1, and then the Vengeance books. Okay, so technically it's 4 books, but Wayland just have 2 parts. He's the only one that has 2 parts. And the storyline in all of the books were great. They all basically intertwined with each other in some aspect. The book I read first was The Vengeance. I read book 3 before I read book 1 and 2. And the Vengeance crew was cute. I like them. It's Des E, Vampire, and Hyena. I'm gonna say it's Hyena. And I like them together. They're the trio, and they like Dr. Snow, so that was their quad in the book. So that was them. They're a team. They come together. They act together. They do everything together. I do like that about them. Throughout the storyline, I saw how persistent they are about getting Dr. Snow, how they wanted her in their realm, and everything that they wanted. And when they finally got her, I don't like how they did her. They did her wrong. And the things that they even they plan to do with her and their rules and regulation, she was okay with some of it towards the end of it, but in the beginning it was too much at once from 3 people, and I don't think they saw that. They had good intentions, they just had a bad way of explaining it or going about it. Really, they really did. But their book together was good. I like how much of a team player they are. And even though Vampire is the smallest of them, they say small, but he's really like skinny, but he's tall, but he's just as strong. He really have the final say, because they met, Hyena and Vampire met in the military. They all have their different backstory of what they went through and how they come together to form this unit, and how the MC accepted them as this unit. So that's why they're called Vengeance, and they're just a team. I have a accent, so I can't say it right, but they're a team, so they just come together. So I did like that about them. I like towards the end of the book when they did their confession. Oh my God, that was so heart-wrenching, and it was sweet and it was sad at the same time. I also like the fact that when Amira finally confessed everything to her and she went to confront them, I thought that was amazing also. So I like that dynamics about them. So they were very good in that aspect. The next book I read was Wayland. So now I left book 3 and go to book 1. So now I read Wayland and Amira. Wayland is the co-president of the MC, and Wayland is a hot mess. Let me tell you, he is just crazy. So he is the silent, strong type. He doesn't smile. He doesn't talk unless he needs to talk. And like the rule in the roadhouse that they went is number 4. Do not piss off Wayland. And I'm like, why would they just have a rule just for him? I'm like, is he that crazy? Yes, he's that crazy. Don't piss him off. It was so crazy. Anyway, he met Amira through a situation that happened to him, and she basically restored him back to health. Amira is a nurse, and she basically saved his life and restored him back to health. And he slowly fell in love with her. He played this game to make him seem more injured than he really was, to get her in his realm and what he wants from her. And he was hooked. So his way of going about it too was just like crazy, because like he admit that he wanted her and she should come with him, and she tore him down, right? And I said, okay, they're gonna go about their way. Few years later, he come back and he saved her from a situation, but then he kidnapped her. And I'm like, this man. But the way he went about after he kidnapped her is what just like took the icing on the cake. I'm like, dude, communication, like, but at the same time, I got to understand, they're an MC. They don't communicate on purpose. Let me take out my Bluetooth. I'm sorry, guys. They don't communicate like well, they just like do what they want to do, and that's it, because that's what MC does, So I'm like, okay, but you could do better, Anyway, it was just a hot mess. Anyway, long story short, they fell in love, and they had a relationship, and they came together as a team and everything like that. So I do like them together. And he's smiling, he's laughing, he's interacting with other people, things like that that he never did. And it was amazing. So his book 2 was a continuation of things that happened in book 1, but the epilogue was completely different. And that's why I was like, oh, really? This is different. So yeah, the epilogue was different, and it was good. It was interesting, and as I said, each book's intertwined with each other, and it was like, oh, all right, there's some stories I didn't know, but that makes sense. So, all right. So that wasn't bad. Then comes Griffin. So Griffin is book 2. Griffin was a part of the Ruthless Reapers, and he basically gave up his lifestyle, kinda, sorta, to become this famous country rap star. And he has a rich family background, and his relationship with his family growing up is not the best. His mom abandoned him at a young age. His father was just a total jerk. His brother was the bigger jerk, and he could not find a bond with them, so he ended up finding a bond with the Reapers, and that's how they became his brotherhood. So now the Reapers act as bodyguard and security for him whenever he's going to shows. So that's how the Reapers make half of their money. And he was just being a typical rap star, country singer. He doesn't sleep with a girl more than once and everything like that. Anyway, he met Red. So Red was in the same roadhouse that Waylon was in, and he met Red, and everybody's trying to get Red. And anyway, he was talking to Red, and he found out what Red really liked. And one thing led to another, and him and Red was away for 2 weeks. And that's how their chemistry started, their relationship and things like that. After 2 weeks is when things went haywire, and that's how they have this riff and everything in the book. And a couple years later, he found out he had a child. Let me tell you about O2. O2 is no joke. She holds no bar. She says what she wants. She does not care. She is vicious for a 6-year-old. I love it. I love it. I would be like, oh, my heart, she hurts my feelings. She is ruthless. She's just like her dad. I love it. But at the same time, she is very talkative and very sweet. So overall, all 3 books was very, very good. Very good, very detail oriented, very to the point, and I like that they interact with each other. The book that I need to read now is Hades. Hades, basically, he came in the beginning of Waylon book because he's a co-president, but he is a complete hot mess. He have this love interest. Her name is Stephanie/Percy. He named her Percy, but her name is Stephanie. I need to read his book because I see a lot of stuff in it that I didn't like, and I want to see how he overcome it. And I think he's going to have 2 books as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Check them out. Again, it's the Ruthless MC, and it's Waylon book 1 and 2, Griffin, and The Vengeance. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.